A year ago, I was getting rejected in door-to-door sales, and now I am working 20 hours a week, making double what I made in my sales job living in Croatia, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. And that's exactly what we do in the Freemium Skool Foundation 5-day challenge, where I literally work with you one-on-one over 5 days to set up your entire Freemium Skool community foundation. What we're going to do is day one, we're going to get really clear on the vision, the foundation, your human design business blueprint. Day two is all about content, authority, and sales. Day three is setting up the systems, streamlining. Day four is we're going to check out your freemium community and your funnel so you can finally stop chasing clients and start attracting those committed buyers who actually do the work. And then day five, we're going to discuss your launch strategy and map your path to consistent 10K months and beyond. And after this challenge, you're going to walk away with your Skool community completely set up. You're going to have a human design aligned content strategy. You're going to have your 3-stream income model blueprint. So this is your freemium to high ticket pathway. And this is all going to happen over 5 private one-on-one calls with me. No group stuff, just you and me diving into your business. And here's what a few of my participants are saying. So I would love to hear, what was your biggest takeaway from this week?
Okay. The biggest takeaway from this week, I think for me, is seeing how simple everything can actually be. Even though, there's putting forth the effort and energy in the beginning, it's all leading to simplicity at the end. And I just love, I just keep thinking about okay, this model is just going to make everything so much easier. And then even seeing how you are modeling that. And every day I'm just yeah, I see how this is just going to make running my business so much easier. I've even canceled subscriptions to things that I no longer need because we've moved into Skool. I'm okay, so I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. We've probably saved me $100 a month already.
Okay.
I've loved these last 5 days. And again, I've seen more momentum doing this challenge than I was in the last 5 months. And a membership that I was in, it was $397 a month. And it was just I was what are we doing?
It's hard without the one-on-one support. I think it's just hard.
It was we had a Wednesday tap in, you could talk to her, but that was it. And so it was just I was just well, what are we doing? But what are we doing? I only need but so much mindset going into mother wounds, and we need to move.
Before we wrap up for today, what's been the most helpful part of this challenge?
The most helpful part, just your feedback in general, I would say, has been great. I really value feedback, and I really value feedback as a whole, but I feel you're very much, you'll just tell it how it is, and I really appreciate that coming from somebody who has a lot more knowledge in this space than I do, and I feel I'm learning from you, so I feel just your feedback in general was helpful.
Thank you. Okay, would you mind, for testimonial purposes, if I just share this part of the recording and I'll ask you a few questions for the testimonial?
Sure.
Okay, cool. So talk to me about where were you in your business on Monday? How were you feeling about your business then?
Sure. On Monday, I did not have Skool set up. I felt very confused as to how to set up Skool. I know I probably could have done it on my own and figured it out, but I really felt having your input on how to set it up properly was important. And I was feeling kind of down about my business. Like I was feeling like I don't know what to do next. And you really helped me figure out those next steps, especially as it relates to building the school. So I couldn't have done it. Well, I could have done it without you, but with you, it happened.
Yeah, we can do anything by ourselves. It's just how long do you want to take? How frustrated do you want to get? Yeah, for sure. Okay, amazing. And what would you say your biggest breakthrough this week has been, whether it's like related to school or content or anything that has kind of really struck you and stood out to you and helped you move forward?
Sure. I would say the biggest thing that has happened has been like solidifying my offer. We made the switch from, people who are tired of their jobs. Now I'm trying to, I have a different audience now that I'm trying to convert. And that feels really good to try that out because I haven't had, I feel like renewed. I feel a sense of renewal in a new audience.
I feel good about it too.
Yeah.
My opinion doesn't matter. I'm glad you feel good about it.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who is like on the fence about doing this challenge with me?
Oh, I mean, it's a no-brainer. The value that you provide for what the investment is substantial. Like you're able to talk with you one-on-one. I would say the biggest thing is it's better than just poking around and trying to it saves so much time. It saves so much trial and error that I probably would have launched Skool the way that I had launched it, and it probably wouldn't have done as well. But because I have your input and your guidance on how to do it, I feel like it'll be that much better.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. So where were you in your business before you started this challenge? And how are you feeling?
I was feeling good. I was feeling good. I still feel good. But I was struggling with the amount of clients that I get and the consistency, and was looking for some new ways to increase my lead.
Yeah. What was like your biggest breakthrough this week, and like how are you feeling about your ability to consistently bring in more clients now?
Yeah. Well, there were quite a few breakthroughs. I think the flow of my content, like going from short form to long form to Skool, and I feel like I added through this week. I feel like I added a lot of ways for potential clients, to enter my world. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, and get to know what I'm about, and also I love the challenge as a way to provide value to people, for them to actually see what they can get from working with me instead of just talking about it.
Right. Amazing. What would you say to someone who's on the fence about doing this challenge?
I would say that you should definitely do it, that it's like you're amazing and you're really invested, and you went beyond of what I thought this challenge would be, starting from 5 one-on-one calls. I think that's only that is, or if we just talked 5 times hour, I think that would be more than enough value for what the challenge the investment is. So yeah, definitely do it, and I think you're going to be very happy that you did.
Amazing. Thank you so much. If you know that you need a way to scale what you're doing without burning out and you want somebody to hold your hand and walk you through it step by step, definitely click the link below to sign up for the challenge and check the availability. I have limited spaces each week to do these, so they've been booking up pretty quickly, but that's below. Now, the system, let me give you an overview of how this all works together. Spiritual entrepreneurs can be some of the most overcomplicatingest creatures ever. They're like got 15 different platforms, creating kind of vanilla content. Nothing's really working. It's not converting. So what we're going to do is simplify this entire process. And I'm going to break it down for you the way my mentor broke it down for me. You're only ever doing 3 things in business. Ever. Attract, convert, deliver. If you are under 50K months right now, this is what I learned from Alex Hormozy in the 100, your biggest bottleneck is traffic. That means attract. And so let's break this down. So attract, we're going to have a mix of long form content for authority and conversion because it takes an average of 7 to 11 hours with you for someone to feel comfortable making a purchase decision. If you are only relying on short form content, you are making your life so much harder than it needs to be. They have done research on this on Skool. The top Skool Games winners, the people who are making the most money on Skool, do you know what their funnel is? YouTube to free Skool community or paid, depending on how big their audience is. So we're going to have long form content, short form content. This is great for visibility and attention. And then Skool discovery, meaning Skool will actually send you free members when you have a good group. How cool is that? I don't know about any other platform that does this. Next, step 2 is convert. The way you are going to convert people from free to paid is you can do a challenge, you can do community calls, discovery calls, CTAs, you can DM people on Skool. There's so many ways to convert once they have joined your community. And then deliver, this is your paid program. The way you're going to deliver value to your clients and on the promise you made in your offer is you can have courses, the community, calendar, and calls. It's that simple. So what we do is we have our traffic source. So this could be YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. I mean, any of the traffic sources to our Skool community about page, which has a 20% conversion rate on average. Then we're going to do a challenge. We're going to do it can either be free or paid. And this is going to help you get the data and what people actually need help with. And then to your high ticket offer. So this would be anywhere from 3 to 10K usually. I know this all sounds really good and it can be really exciting. I just want to bring this point home that you want to focus on one offer, one course of action, one platform until successful. If you keep switching things up and you're kind of dilly-dallying, you're not getting real data from your members, it's never going to work. You have to be actively employing and deploying yourself to get the information and momentum you need. It is so much, think about a plane taking off and it's really, really foggy. It takes so much more energy to get that plane off the ground than it does to keep it up in the air. And if you're starting and stopping, or you're just staying on the runway, it's just never going to work. It's so much easier to keep momentum than it is to get there. And now because of this, because of Skool, the freemium community, human design, I've been able to move to Split, Croatia, which is so dope. I'm working 20 to 25 hours a week. It's really been helpful for me to live here because America is such a hustle, pressure environment. And now if you're from whoever said there, wherever you go, there you are, clearly has never heard of astrocartography or living in a place where you really feel alive and well. And I'm on my Venus line. My mom and I both are here in Croatia, and I just love it. I'm making double what I made in my sales job. I'm living next to a palace, literally. I get to go to Sunday fun days and Friday going to the Adriatic Sea just to hang out and work on my tan. We went river rafting in Omish, which is only an hour away from here. It was so much fun. We were going river rafting. It was the first time ever doing this. And there was this cave and only me and my mom's friend did it. Everyone else was too scared, but not me. And so they take you to the foot of this cave and you have to climb through a waterfall. You literally feel like you're inside, I would say Narnia, but isn't Narnia cold? Anyways, and then it's like super dark in there and you jump into this cave and it's the coldest water I've ever felt. It was so cold, but you're only in there for a second and then you have to climb back up and through this little trail. And then we got wild figs. And then when we got back to the, base camp where we had, where they stay, they had rakia and bread and cheese and snacks and wine. It was just like so cool. It was so cool. And it's not just about the money. It's about designing a life that you actually want to live. Living to work. No, working to live, not living to work. And this works now because spiritual entrepreneurs are tired of this bro marketing hustle culture BS where it's just like work, only pain point marketing, massive amounts of content. It's so much. And we have YouTube University, Google, ChatGPT, information is everywhere. There's so much information. What people are craving and willing to pay for is transformation, connection. The vanilla coach market is saturated, but people who really, really care about their clients and getting them results and showing up authentically, there's plenty of room at the top. And human design gives you the map of how your energy works. I truly believe it's the future of entrepreneurship because the more sustainable your business is, the longer you can stay at it. You don't want to get to the point where every year you grow and grow to hate your business even more and you just want to throw it away because it's so exhausting. I want it to go the opposite way for you. And right now you have first movers advantage. There are literally a tsunami of people coming to Skool since Alex Hormozy's $100 million money models launch, which was crazy, by the way. I flew to Amsterdam to hang out with some people I was in the 100 with and we all watched the launch live. It was so dope. They're joining Skool now. And instead of you waiting for your next one-on-one client to come and save you or discover you from a TikTok video, does not happen. Being a slave to the algorithm, churning out all of this content for your business, it's exhausting if you don't have the conversion and you're just missing this piece. And people are just going in these ChatGPT circles, rabbit holes, tweaking and perfecting instead of actually selling, waiting for the right time to figure it out and install systems in their business. It's just asinine. I don't understand why anybody would do that. But while they're all doing that, you are going to be running one high converting freemium community. Simple. Operational complexity is the death of the educational creator, and I want to help you avoid that. You're going to have a way to get paid to exist authentically and do what you love that converts in your sleep and becoming known as a leader in your space. So if you want the same system that took me from door-to-door sales to now living in Croatia, I am doing this 5-day challenge where I work with you one-on-one over 5 days to build your entire Skool community foundation. That link is below. We're going to map out your high ticket offer that converts, your human design aligned content and sales strategy, your path for converting free members into paid clients, and the entire foundation. Now, this challenge, I'll just say my regular one-on-one rate, what I charge, it would make this at least worth $5,000 at least, but I am not charging you anywhere near that because I just really want to help you get this foundation in place to have a sustainable business because I know that your work is important. You care about your clients, you have integrity, and I believe it's my duty to help you get there. And like I said, I only do 2 of these per week. You can click the link below to secure your spot. And I'm sharing all of this with you to say that if I, as a 4/6 self-projected projector who struggled with drug addiction for over 10 years, incarceration, rehabs, all of these things, if I can go from that to building this business, being in Alex Hormozzi's private mastermind, living in Croatia, so can you. It's proof that you can do it too. And you just have to start somewhere. This is your somewhere. I can't wait to see you on the inside. I love you so much. Mwah.